Alright, take 3. I have been disturbed twice while making this video, so sorry for any delays. Anyways, hey guys, my name is Hab, and this is the Charioteer. Now, you may have known that my opinions of the Challenger that precedes the Charioteer weren't exactly high. I still don't think the Challenger is a good tank destroyer, and I believe that a lot of people should avoid it, and so should you. However, the Charioteer is a remarkable improvement. It is a tank I absolutely hate, because I cannot conform to its playstyle whatsoever. But I do definitely think that this is miles better than whatever the hell this thing was. Now, the Charioteer itself had a relatively fine grind. I have all of the engines, and I also had a lot of the guns. But after the Conway, this thing pretty much unlocks my way into the AT line, because that's the gun for the Tortoise. However, this is not the Tortoise. This is a Charioteer. So is the Charioteer good? Yes. I will say that out. I will say that already. The Charioteer is good. I don't like it, but it's good, and I hope to explain why I do not like it. I wanna explain why it didn't impress me, why I feel disappointed about the tank. And it's not because of the hash. Now, the hash has still a lot of penetration if you're running calibrated, and even if you're running the gun rammer, you still have a pretty decent amount of penetration. Now, I believe you should run calibrated shells on this thing, because if your APCR pen isn't low and is like high enough, you're not gonna go through any single tank like that. You would have to start flanking around and stuff, and that gets pretty boring, doesn't it? But if you're using calibrated shells, your damage output drops to about the level of a Centurion 7. I think I can actually check that right now. The Centurion 7 has slightly better damage output, by like 0.3 seconds. That is not a large difference, and the Charioteer is a tier lower, so I'm gonna give that a pass. However, what I found that was bugging me for a lot of the time was the gun handling, and it looks perfectly fine on paper, doesn't it? 3.6 seconds of an aiming time, 0.326 dispersion, that's not bad or anything, and then we put it into reality and I can't find myself hitting a lot of the shots, hence why I'm running the reticle calibration there. I just feel that the gun on the tank takes quite a while to aim in, and I really hate that, because the Charioteer has no armor to speak of. The armor on this thing is complete trash, which is to be expected, because, well, let's say the tier 10 isn't exactly well armored either. But the problem is, if you're aiming on a tank for a long time, you're exposing yourself to more shots. This thing has very bad survivability. Just generally bad armor, low HP pool. That's already a recipe to disaster, so you have to rely on your other things. You have to rely on your mobility, you have to rely on your other values, such as your camouflage, I admit is actually pretty impressive for a tank that's not really small. I think if we compare it to the fake tank is slightly lower, and that has very high camo value. This is still impressive for the fact it's basically as large as a Cromwell. It kind of is a Cromwell as well, but you can always look at some sort of a tank history video for that. However, the mobility is it's kind of confusing. I do respect it. Like, this is a very respectable amount of mobility for the 8 forwards. Very good reverse gear at 20. I love that. The Challenger has the exact same reverse gear, although it is a bit faster with its top speed. However, its mobility is worse. You can clearly see that. However, even with this mobility improvement on the Charioteer, I do not find myself going past 40 quite so often. It's a little confusing, and I don't know if I can explain it or if I can just blame it on some poor soft stats or something, but I don't think I can. However, one thing you should keep in mind is that, like the rest of the line, you have quite a garbage turret turn rate, so you're gonna have to help yourself with the tracks every now and then, which at 38 point something degrees aren't stellar. But they're gonna serve you just fine. Of course, there's other things about a tank that I really like. 10 degrees of gun depression is always a wonderful touch. I feel so happy when I get a tank that has 10 degrees of gun depression and not 4. But that is really all that I can tell you about the tank from my impressions. You may notice I'm not running adrenaline, and while I can definitely get away with running adrenaline, I'm not sure if I want to use it. However, just to humor you, what we'll do is we're gonna do a multi-purpose, reticle calibration, and adrenaline. I'm running a spolliner, obviously, because I do not want to die that fast. And as for my equipment, I'm running calibrated shells, but the rest is basically standard fare with the vertical stabilizer as well. So let's try a battle and we'll see how far it goes in our impressions. Hopefully not way too long or way too short. Maybe something just right. Okay. Okay, we're fighting a lot of big guns. That's not an ideal situation for a Charioteer. This thing can absolutely destroy tier 7s. Like, every tier 8 tank destroyer can. The Charioteer is just better at that. Just due to the fact that it has the Hesh. So you deal quite a lot of module damage, I think, at least myself. Now, I do not understand where we're going left. I guess patch day teams, but whatever. I'll roll with it. I'll roll with it even though it's entirely likely they could just pop up here. Okay. If you hear any background noises, it's just my phone popping off every now and then. Okay. Impressively, we somehow managed to hit that shot. Okay, that's perfectly understandable and respectable. That Bullsig has already overextended a lot, so I don't think he's gonna be that much of a problem. However, I am scared of overextending myself. As I have already said before, this thing has terrible survivability. Oh, great. Catch. Oh dear. That's one thing I've never managed to get quite right against Scorpions. I never quite managed to pen them. And the man's running a spall liner. I think it's just better to use the regular AP at that point. Okay. Let's see if he stays there. Come on, just a bit. Give me some sugar, baby. I think that hit, yeah. Oh, that was a nasty hit. The adrenaline definitely does help. Although, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I thankfully did not get any of my modules damaged, however I am in some deep trouble here. I'll have to pull back a little. Just so I don't get hit by the Scorpion. The FCM could probably help. If he, you know, didn't decide to go to the wrong direction. I got really lucky with that splash there, though. I do not want to peek, mainly due to that Bullsig, but if I can get a shot on it. Oh yeah. Yeah, I got lucky with that roll as well, but you can see this thing can destroy a lot of tanks. Just give it some time. Take all its money. Oh man. So I am kind of at the odds whether I like the tank or don't, because for a long time it hasn't been treating me well, if I have to admit so myself. However, now I don't think I should have fired the Hesh there. I did not even get spotted, so maybe the Scorpion isn't even there anymore. Yeah. The tank has been treating me like utter garbage a lot of the time, and now my stats are kind of in the trash. So maybe I'll try to fix them before I get a Conway, but I wouldn't count on that. But let's pop that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind, so long as we get rid of that Scorpion, yes. Okay, excellent. Okay. Pop goes the hash. Pop goes the adrenaline. Oh there. Ooh wee, sweet mama. Oh, I missed an early opportunity and I'm dead. Okay, 4K something. I'm quite frankly doubtful as to whether this will be a win or a loss, and quite frankly, I don't care. The problem is this Ferdinand is way too keen on shooting completely wrong tanks. He had two very good opportunities against the lava there. And that's a shame, because I believe that has ruined the game, other than me overextending near the end. So, yeah, there we go. That's a nice hit. The problem is the 252 is perfectly capable of kicking this person's ass. Anyways, Charioteer. What can I say? It's got a hash. Does that anything else? Oh, yeah, that's pretty good alpha. Anything else? Yeah, maybe. Maybe if you enjoy turreted tank destroyers, as I'm sure some of you do, the Charioteer could be a decent choice. However, I do not think it is a tank for me. I will still consider whether I will keep it or not. And if not, then I'll see you on the Conway Impressions. But anyways, that has been it from me. My name's Hab. If you somehow like these impressions, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, whatever. And I will catch all of you guys later. Bye-bye.